You are now tuned in to the Premier Hotspur TV. Sit back, get involved, comment away, because we are live.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Premier Hotspur TV. It's your man Simon, North of England's biggest Spurs fan. Yes guys, we are back again with another post-match reaction and fans calling, guys. If you are going to be coming in, guys, onto the show, the link is in the description. So head in the description, guys, on Facebook and on YouTube, and pop in and come and have your say. But me and Matt's going to go through. My co-host Matt is in the house again. Matt, how's it going, my friend?
Yeah, I don't know. Just a bit. Sort of saw it coming, to be honest. So I sort of prepared myself. I think they're out the way now. I think we just got to move on. I think there was some positives, quite a lot of negatives, but it is what it is. I don't know. I think we're just having a bit of a tough time at the moment, but you've got to stick with them because they've done it. I mean, we've thrown so many managers under the bus, and I'm afraid the problems with whoever buys players and whoever, well, we know what the problem is, but it's not going to change, is it? So I think just keep getting used to it.
Yeah, but the problem is, Matt, I see, mate, over the past, when it's Chelsea, especially when we go home to these big teams, we always at least get a goal. We're saying in the first half, I can see where you come from. 30 minutes probably, Matt. That's all I saw. 30 minutes. The first 30 minutes, we was on top. I mean, Tungi got on the ball more. He was our plus net. You know what I mean? Today, he was absolutely fantastic in that first half.
I thought the whole team was pretty good for the majority of the first half. I think it was I think they just put way too much energy, and I think they were I think they just got tired. I think Chelsea have got a fully fit squad. We've been ripped in half. I think we needed Lucas Moura today. I think we needed Bergfine. I think that.
What I'm trying to get at, Matt. Your points are valid, mate. Absolutely fantastic. But excuses. These are the same excuses we've been doing year after year after year, innit?
I know, but what we're going to do? We can't just sack him. It's only been 4 or 5 games. We've got to give him a chance.
Yeah, no, I ain't saying, but I ain't seen no. I said, like, apart from the City game and probably the first half of today, mate, I ain't seen. The thing is, right, Matt, he didn't. Chelsea got hammered in the first half, yeah, and Tuchel knew that. Tuchel knew he had to change it up, but Nuno didn't go with it, did he? He didn't. What I'm saying, he didn't involve in the game, did he? He didn't make the. He didn't see that changes come, did he? He could have changed it himself as well. Do you know what I mean?
I think personally the players let him down. I think the goal from the corner should have been handled better. I don't think we can blame Nuno for that. That's players on the pitch. I think the second goal was just. I mean, it's ridiculous. It killed us off. It really did because we could score 1, but we weren't scoring 2 against this lot. They don't concede goals. They've conceded 1 all season. I think they've scored more than they've conceded. I think, like I say, they're probably going to win it, mate. I've got to be honest. I think they're the complete team from what I've seen from today and this season.
The thing is, mate, I can see where you come from. I think Chelsea very, very strong there, mate, and the way City are playing at the minute, they're a bit sketchy. We could probably put Liverpool and United into that bracket as well at the minute. They're not playing great, but they're getting results in it. It's United today. They're dragging results out. But Chelsea, they're the team at the minute, are looking far supreme. But what I'm trying to say, Matt, against these kind of teams like Chelsea and things like that, at home, especially at home, Matt, we've always got a goal. We're saying, we've gone on to the front, we've gone on the front like we did today, but there was no end product today. That's the worrying thing, Matt. That was the worrying thing. We created chances in the first half. We got at Chelsea, which we've been asking, Matt, innit? We've been asking, where's this pressing from the front? I mean, we saw it in the first half, but Matt, it's not about one half, is it? And obviously, you know it, Matt. You know what I mean? It's about 2 halves, and where did it go wrong in the second half? This is what I'm saying. Okay, Chelsea made some changes, and you could probably say Nuno got out coached in the second half because I mean, against Tuchel, he knew how to change it up. He knew how to change it up. He knew what he's going to do, and he got the result. And 3-0, mate. It was devastating.
Was
And
devastating.
the thing is, Matt, it wasn't 3 cracking goals. And as you went back, it's not only Nuno, correct. You can just defence errors, Matt. And this is what I keep saying about Eric Dyer, and people got on the bandwagon. He could be changed. Or he could be a fantastic season for him. And mate, he went back into the same old ripping rot in the second half. But we'll get into it, Matt. We'll definitely get into it, mate. Let's got some comments here, mate. We've got Jake. Simon, if Nuno loses next week against Arsenal, and in a bad manner, would you sack him if you had the choice? We'll get onto that later in the stream, because Matt, it's an hour, mate, innit? You want to be on tonight?
I've got off at 9. I've got something to do. So
yeah. So guys, if you are coming on, guys, just the link is in the description, guys, on Facebook and on here. So hit the subscription up, guys, and get ready to come on. We've got Talk THFC. What a disaster! Sorry, flip it now. What a disaster, class. Tim says, have you heard? Yes, we heard. So we heard it today. Hey, Simon and Matt. Tim, big up Tim from work. Toxic Bob.
No, that's not real. I've literally just got
real,
a message.
Yeah. Dean Webb. That really was a game of 2 halves. Yes, Dean, absolutely is what we're saying. I mean, but it's not good enough. We got to go. It's 90 minutes of football. We can't just say, yes, we had a good half. Fuck the rest of the flipping game. We've got to come out. And this is what was devastating, Matt. We come out, we was absolutely diabolical. We was shambolic. No going forward at all. Where was it from the first half, Matt? Don't say you can't.
Well, yeah,
excuses are coming out already. I've seen them, Matt. Oh, we got tired, tonguey, flipping look like this. It's no excuse. These players get paid a lot of money.
No,
they should
I think it's clear to see there's a fitness problem in our squad, and I think that's what Nuno was trying to work on over pre-season. It's not going to come overnight. I think he's going to have to continue these.
I just think, Matt, what it is at the minute, mate, our fan base, and as you know, mate, majority of them has been supporting this club for so long, mate. And we've seen this bullshit time and time again.
Yeah,
and we don't want no more.
How many times can we keep blaming manager? How many managers have we had? Like Harry Redknapp didn't work.
No, we can blame Daniel Levy for.
He's a massive problem. He's the problem for
me. But we're not going away from Daniel Levy, Matt. He's got to come in for some criticism as well, Nuno. I mean, but Daniel Levy, seriously, mate, he goes with the cheap 2-bob manager all the time, mate. Antonio Conte was the perfect choice for this club, but we don't spend like that. So that probably weren't the right manager for the club. But that's the sort of coach we need in under a different regime, mate. Seriously,
should have been Graham Potter. Like I said, everyone was laughing at me when I said it. Brighton are flying, just beating Leicester today.
No. But the thing is, Matt, with this team in a minute, right? I don't think no one can get fuck all out of it. I really, truly mean that, Matt. There's so many players still been here so long, Matt. Right? I don't think no manager at the minute, mate, can get as much out as probably what Nuno can do at the minute. But I'm just going with Nuno's tactics, Matt. It's just what has changed from Jose's days. This is what I'm trying to Matt. What has changed from Jose Mourinho to now?
Nothing, but he's still got those players there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Too many of them are still there. Too many of them are still there.
We need an attacking coach, Matt. We've gone from Jose.
I think he can. I mean, that's got to be the most attacking we've been in terms of a lineup. I've never seen Jose play that team.
Oh no, but what did it get us, Matt?
No, I know, but I want to see that team again, or at least near 100%. I'm just hoping he doesn't go back to kind of how he just to prove.
He will do, Matt. He will do. He'll look at that team, Matt, and he'll go, "Oh my God, safety net next week. I can't lose against Arsenal because the fans will get on my flipping case. Oh my God, no, I can't lose against Arsenal." And he'll go back to the safety net, Matt. He'll go back and free-hold midfielders again. You can see it coming. Everyone can see this coming. You know what I mean? He won't be bold like what he did today, mate. And he has to next week. He's got to attack Arsenal because we know Arsenal are fundable. I mean, we attack Arsenal, we can get Arsenal. But at the minute, mate, you just don't know what you're going to expect from a Nuno setup at the minute. Talk to the HFC stage. True Dean, this toxic Bob. Yeah, as you said, mate, he's got loads of comments in there.
Yeah, I'll just block him.
Yeah. I think he was on Henry's stream a minute ago. Dietrich says, "What did I say with Ali? We need to stop protecting this guy. He's done, and we need to move on." Yeah, I'm not protecting Ali, but it's so many players as well. Dietrich, it's not only Ali. You always bring up Ali's name, mate. Every single stream you come on, mate, it's always Dele Alli. We're not protecting him and saying yes. He had a fantastic. We know he's got problems there and all that, but he's not the only one. He's not the worst one out of what we got in a minute. No way, not a chance. Talk to HSC, say that is how to perform like a mid-table team. Yeah, again, it's a joke. I'm sick of this. Bob Spurs say, Bob say, how about getting your own profile pic? You said, yeah, absolutely, Bob's. Thanks for coming in there, mate. We'll just get rid of this guy. We'll block him. Block the user. Got Bob says, Simon, I've WhatsApp you, mate. Yes, Bob's. I've blocked him, mate. Nippon. Oh no, here we go. Look, he's in here. How's it going, pal? Commissions, yeah. Golden, shit, shite, mate. Yes, absolutely, mate. Talk to the agency. The players get their paycheck while they play like that. Show some pride in your shirt. Absolutely, Matt. That's exactly. Where was that in the second half? You know what I mean? These players. I'm not saying all of them, Matt. I'm not saying all of them. I think there's players in there, Matt, who probably racked up in that first half. After the first half, that change, he said, "You know what? That's it now. A good first half. Everyone's happy. Fuck the second half." And the attitude's wrong. I mean, it can't be down to fitness all the time, Matt, can it? I can see there is issues, and as you see it, Matt, as well, certain players have got massive fitness issues. But we can't keep blaming these fitness issues, can we? It's something in there, Matt. It's something's not right in there, mate. Something really ain't right.
Well, I think the players that have been in Argentina, you can see they haven't been doing that much hard work because they were knackered by 60.
Romero weren't great today, mate.
He was good in the first half.
Half, could you say he had much to do? I don't think so, mate. Really, because we took it to Chelsea. Seriously, we did take it to Chelsea.
I think
Kante coming on, mate. That was the key.
When you bring, mate, that's the difference. When you can bring
this is what I'm trying to say, Matt.
Our joke. Like
our bench, Matt. We had four centre backs or four defenders on the bench.
Mate, that's all we've got. All we can rely on is. I mean, he's never going to bring Dane Scarlett on. We don't have a striker, so he can't change it.
But why not?
Kane's dropping. Well,
why can't he play? Why can't he like in that?
He might as well play Scarlett because Kane drops about as deep as a midfielder, and it didn't help.
I mean, 2-0 down, Matt, and he brings off a defensive. Was it a defensive midfielder or did he? Yeah, he brings on Skip.
I think he brought Skip on to try and bring some energy, but it didn't work. I like Brian Hill coming on. I thought he looked.
You know what?
He looked good.
You know what, right? You know what, right? Someone said, right? I've got. I read it somewhere. And they say Brian Gill can't play in the Premier League. That is a load of fucking bollocks.
I'd be playing him over Giovanni Lo Celso.
Lo Celso, mate, he's done for me, mate. Seriously,
I'll agree with that.
Fucking done for me.
I personally think he's a waste. But
what does he fucking bring, Matt? He's fucking absolutely waste of fucking space, pal. But just quickly, Matt, let's just go back because they call us there, so we've got time. Let's go back to the starting lineup, Matt. When you first saw that starting lineup, Matt, what did you thought? What did you thought?
I saw it an hour. I saw it leaked like an hour earlier from a bloke that's tier 1, and he's never got one wrong. So when I looked at it, I was like, bloody hell, if that's the team. And then obviously Spurs released the news, and I was excited. I was like, well, I think Simon would be happy with that. I think I think it's an attacking team.
Absolutely. When I saw it, Matt, I went, wow, yes, he's gone for it. I'm looking forward to this now. Before the game, I wasn't looking forward to it, but because we wasn't sure about who's available, who's not.
I think it's game management we need to learn to be better with. I think
And
there was too many times during most of the 45 minutes. I think we just put our all in like it was one half of football. I'm not using the fitness sort of as not as too much of an excuse, but I just think we just look leggy and tired. I mean, it probably European trip doesn't help, but I mean Chelsea, had a European game, but they changed their side,
can't.
and they can
Yeah.
do that because they've got good depth. I'm afraid we have to play some of our best players because we don't have a striker, we don't have a central attacking midfielder, we don't have a spare right winger, we don't have another left winger. Bergwijn's injured.
The only one
It's
I would question today, the starting lineup, Matt, would have been Lo Celso out wide. I'd have put Brian Hill.
yeah.
I'd have put him.
I can see
straight
why.
to the
I
start.
can see maybe why he wanted the sell. So I think maybe.
But do you know what? Right? Why? Do you know what gutted me as well? Right? And with Romero, okay, we was lacking with no Tanganga today. Okay,
Yeah. I thought Emerson had a good.
Emerson had all right, Matt. He was all right. I wouldn't say terrible, but he had.
He was all over it.
Yeah.
So he was like, "I'm having that again," and then. I mean,
But
towards the end, he was jogging, wasn't he? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But the whole team
But
was.
what I was trying to say, Matt, was giving Romero, just giving me free pass, would say, because we was lacking in that area. But with Celso, I wouldn't give him no minutes for what he done, for what he put us through.
Well,
I mean,
I'd probably play him in the Europa Conference, and I'd be bringing Brian Hill into the team from what.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he offers more. I think he'll be a better.
Yeah, of course. Because, as you said, when he come on, seriously, mate, I'm telling you now, he done fucking more. And I think it was like 20 odd minutes.
Who was that? He turned him inside out, didn't he? And
then my God!
Werner absolutely wiped him out. I was like,
wow. Yeah, when he had that tight in it out from the throwing line, and that's it, and Werner took him out. Wow, this is what I'm saying, mate. Seriously, if he has more game time like that in the Premier League, he'll become a real good player for us. Maverick says, Kante coming on second half changed the match. That is how good Kante is. That is why their manager praised him post-match. Yes, Kante's an absolute brilliant player. I mean, absolutely. I mean, that's what Matt go back to Matt's comments there. Just look at their bench.
Yeah.
Full of stars. Full of stars. I mean,
I know we haven't been brilliant the last, couple of weeks, but we're getting a lot of the harder teams out of the way, and we will have a run where we'll be playing the likes of a Newcastle, a Villa. We'll get a run together, and then other teams have got to play. Look, there's still a long way to go, but
I can't see it at the minute. I really can't.
No, I mean, if we played that sort of team against like a Newcastle, we would have scored. I think we would have scored a couple, because Chelsea are the best team defensively at the moment. They're just solid, mate, and then they can bring on.
But saying that, Matt, over the years, Chelsea have been good defensively. They've never been, very rare. Chelsea have never been shit at defending. They've always had, but we've always scored goals against them and won against them. Do you know what I mean? And that's the one bit.
We actually haven't scored a goal against them at the Tottenham new ground, so it's not just a Nuno thing. It's happened with obviously Mourinho. Who was before Mourinho? That was Poch, wasn't it? Yeah. So it's happened with Poch. So something they like coming to our ground, and we haven't scored a goal yet. The last time we beat Chelsea was in 2018. That's 3 years? I think there's got to be a bit of context. I'll be more worried if we lose next week. I'll agree with that. But I think next week is a must-win game. I really do, or at least get something.
We've got some comments here, matey, before we've got THFC say Harry Kane played awful today. Emerson Royal was a joke. I would say Emerson Royal was a joke. That's what Matt said. I think he had quite a decent game. I think he had a bit of a 6 or a 7 game today. I think Emerson. He was. I mean, look, I wouldn't put it. Harry Kane, you could say again, or excuses again. Did get no service or things like that.
Oh, I'm fed up with it. He doesn't get in the box. He's playing left wing.
But the guy's body language. He doesn't want to be at this fucking football club. He doesn't want to be here. Seriously, I've never seen Harry Kane so dejected in his life.
You've got to be professional, though, Simon. You just got to get on with it.
But it looks like he's not, though, Matt, isn't it? Looks like he's sulking. Looks like he's sulking. It's like I know, like you say, I know he is running here and running there, but That's just point just for just letting people. No, I am here. So I'm
if
trying.
if he carries on, I'll just bring in Scarlett and say, right, you're just going to sit on the bench because I don't like your body language. I don't like your attitude. Until you fix it, like Ndombele had to, then you're going to sit on the bench. I don't care if the kid has to go up front. If he's going to show some energy and give us like someone who's going to stay centrally, then why not?
Mm.
That may be controversial, but
Kanté coming on allowed them to bomb ahead and take the match.
Well, what Chelsea did is they went to a 3-5-2 and they absolutely dominated us from there. They just shut off the middle. And then
just go to show, Matt. They're going to show. I mean, just going back to
it's tactical, isn't it? Yeah.
It's. What Nuno lacks. I don't care what anyone says. Nuno lacks it, mate. He ain't got plan B. He can't. I don't think he's put it up there to flipping change it, things like that.
Maybe not. And he probably had
He's
better
got a lot of passion. I'll say that. We've got another manager with. He's probably got a love of a lot of passion. He's got a lot of. He shows he's loyal to the Spurs. He's showing everything right in that. But when it comes to tactical, mate, decisions, what Tuchel done today, mate, from the first half to the second half.
I just think, does he think with the squad he's got? I'd love him to be honest and just say this squad's shit. To be honest, that's kind of what he'd want to say. I mean, it's.
Well, Jones was nearly there of saying it, Matt, and he was nearly there.
Well,
so, guys, we have got over 20 people in the thing, guys. Let's get the likes up, guys. Subscribe, like, comment, guys. We're on the road to 1K subs, guys. Let's get the channel to 1K. If you want to come in and speak to me and Matt, we're only on for an hour, guys. So if you want to speak to me and Matt, the link is in the description. Hit the description, guys. The link's on there and on Facebook as well. So come in and have your say.
Everyone's too pissed off tonight.
Just come and have your say, guys. Come and have your say.
It's a good way of getting it out. Everyone's good, but I just think we've got to be a bit patient. I know it's horrible, but We've got one
waiting.
Oh, we have. I said this season was going to be long and a hard one, and it's going to be a tough one, definitely.
The amount of space Emerson Royal left at that right-hand side was awful.
You could say the same for Reguilon. I'm fed up people just saying one player. Like, it was a team performance. The second half was just dreadful. But it doesn't help when Kanté scores a deflected goal that goes off the inside at any other time. That hits the post and doesn't go in, does it? It's just one of those. And I think the second goal, I was like, they're done now. Because we ain't scoring two. So they probably just thought, well, we're just going to give up. We'll not give up, but we're just not going to.
So size spot on, Kanté, the difference. We don't have any impact subs. Yes, that is one. Very true. And Matt pointed out earlier. Very true. One very true fact. No impact subs. But what Tuchel did, he messed about with the formation, tactics as well, just trying to win the game. And that's what Nuno lacks. He hasn't got it. He's got the passion, he's got the love for Tottenham, but he hasn't got the tactics. I think he got out-coached in the second half by Thomas.
I personally think when we've got our full squad back, hopefully just get rid of all these shitty injuries. I'm sick and tired of getting injury after injury after injury.
Yeah,
I'm hoping then maybe we can see a bit more tactical, because I think if a Moura or a Bergwijn was on the bench today, I think he would have brought one of them on instead of maybe Skip to try and if Bergwijn was on, he would have tried to help out Reguilon, and Moura would have been buzzing around the pitch and pressing high, because that's what he does as an impact sub. Yeah. So I'll let him off with that. But I liked his Brian Hill sub. I didn't really get the Skip one, but he's finally left Winks out. He's left Winks out. I've got to give him credit for that. At least he's fucked off for a bit. So
the thing is, Matt, it was 2-0 down. We're chasing a football game, right? We're not playing chess, are we? Trying to make chess mate here. We are chasing the football game, right? And he brings on another defensive midfielder. We didn't need that. Bring on Scarlett. Freshen it up. Let him play up top with Kane. Go on, lad. Go on. You've got 20 minutes. Go enjoy it. You know what I mean? We're 2 down. We've got nothing to lose. But he hasn't got the ball to do it. That's the thing about Nuno as well. He's so flipping defensive minded. He tried not to let no more goals in and things like that. I
think we're obviously a bigger club than Wolves, and I think the pressure really is on him. And I think if he gets through this tough period, it'll make him better. I think it
I
happened with,
think that
but he might not.
lose next week. Lose next week. The heat
Oh,
would turn up massively,
I think
absolutely.
things
And,
things are
and I
things
think
are already turning now. Let's be honest, but I
yeah,
just think
not.
everyone
I
needs
think
to calmer heads tomorrow will hopefully prevail. You know, there's people going, oh, he's played such defensive football and stuff like that, and then I'm just thinking, well, yeah, he's tried something different today and he's gone for it. We've probably gone for it too much in the first half, and we've burnt out completely.
yeah,
I just
absolutely.
think, yeah, we're just not an oiled machine at this moment in time. But hopefully, with time, it will come. Maybe I don't know. End of the day, it's a long season. Liverpool lost like 7 games last season at home, and they
But
came
we're not
back.
Liverpool.
No, we're not Liverpool, but I'm saying
We're
football
literally. I
can.
tell you now, mate. We are so far behind. Right, we're so far behind the Chelseas, the Cities, United, Liverpools.
Yeah.
And tell you now, mate.
Yeah.
Brightons, and Leicesters, and these
Well,
West Ham of the world. I mean,
arguably, I'd say Leicester are in trouble as well. I mean, they've been brilliant.
no, that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
what they've been doing, mate, and what they have done. I mean, so Adam says complete shambles of club. Enoch out. One half team. Napan says just for the sake of humanity, please batter Arsenal next week. They are getting gassed up about beating Norwich and the mighty Burnley. Please bring them back down to reality. Seriously, mate, I would love to. I would love to. They'll be buzzing. They will be buzzing for that. And at home, we got a terrible record. I haven't won there since 2010. At the minute, the way we're playing, I can't give you no enthusiasm, nothing positive. We're going to go there and get a result. I really can't. Seriously. Toxic headshot. Nuno cannot offer a change of plan. Absolutely. Wayne Bonner. Yes, Wayne. Thanks for coming in, pal. Evening, fellas. Maverick says Lo Celso is a luxury player with no real fight. He has no fight in him, similar to Lamela. Absolutely. Luxury players do better in slower versions of the game, i.e. La Liga, Serie A. Brilliant. Spot on. Look at what Lamela's doing now for Seville. I've seen a couple of his clips, mate. He's ripping it up. Yeah.
Shit league, though. Sorry, it is a shit league.
Absolutely. This is what Maverick's trying to say. You know what I mean? Slower versions. We've got Harry. All right, boys. Yes, look, the Arsenal fan is gassed up at the minute. Toxic headshot. We should have been 2 up. Yes, we had it in the first half. I mean, the way we played. Second half, Emerson was bad. First half, he was all right. Adam, he looked so disinterested. Maverick, no coincidence, Kane coming back and this shambles. Talk to HFC. Harry Kane's body language is a joke. He doesn't want to be here. It's obvious. What's the point of playing a player that doesn't want to be here? Nigel, yes, it's my old neighbour, wherever my mum is in the close. How's it going, Nigel? She's a Chelsea fan. Maybe you have better luck next time. THFC, I agree with fullbacks didn't cover enough space of them. Top 943, yes, Simon, Matt. We are useless. Top 943, thanks for coming in, pal. I think everyone's saying it tonight. Nuno is not the man. Paratici will look at Nuno after the Arsenal game. Harry's looking forward to next week. I bet you are. Kelvin, don't forget Thursday's game. Yes, we have got Wolves in that cup. I'll tell you now, just play the kids. Play the bloody kids.
Wednesday, isn't it?
Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday, Kelv. Yes, sorry, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, Kelv. So we have got someone who wants to come in. Napan did. Napan's still here.
I think you said he doesn't have much battery left. Yeah.
Oh, right, not much. Right. Okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. So Matt. So before we carry on, guys, subscribe, like, share, comment, guys. On road to 1K subs. Let's get this channel up to 1K, guys. Sorry, we've got to put it out. Let's put this one, Matt. Did Nuno get out coached today? Did he get out coached? Just basically just on that second half, performance.
Yeah,
when tough gets going.
I'll give him credit the first half, he outcoached Tuchel, and he didn't know how to quite handle it. He obviously thought, well, and he had a game plan, and I think Chelsea just outdone us in the second half. But Tuchel's a great manager, and he's won trophies. He's won the Champions League, and he's managed teams like PSG. If you give Nuno's literally managed Valencia and Wolves, so in a bit of comparison, they're very different kind of managers. I think Chelsea have a lot more options on their bench today. I mean, they got all their injuries back when they needed it most. It's just kind of typical Tottenham luck. They got their slice of luck with the Kante goal. He never scores, always against us. He gets a goal, doesn't he? But at least Alonso didn't score if there's a positive anyway. I think the second half he got out coached, but I think given the options he had on the bench and the depth he's been given, I'm gonna have to. I mean, it's down to one man only, and that's Daniel Levy. And these players, I think some of them should,
Mate, some of these players should have gone a long time ago.
Yeah.
They're overstaying their stay, mate.
We know how long it takes.
Matt, we have got Napon, and Napon, just give us 2 minutes, mate. I will bring you on. I just want to say today, guys, we did lose this great player, a legend. When you're talking of legends, that word gets put out so easy these days, but this guy is the true legend.
Yeah.
Played for both clubs, 661 appearances, 466 goals, guys. He scored in his debut for Chelsea, England, and let's get rid of this. Spurs and Milan as well, guys. 44 goals for England in 57 caps, guys. Most goals in English top division history of 357, guys. Most England hat-tricks in 132 goals in 4 seasons for Chelsea, and he's a World Cup winner, guys. This guy is an all-time legend, all-time record scorer as well at Tottenham. Harry Kane, I think he's 59 behind, something like that. I think this guy is what you call a true legend, Matt, at this football club. Matt, as I said there, mate, before we get the part on, legend these days, Matt, gets put around too easy, innit? They can have a couple of games. Oh, this guy's a legend. This guy's a legend. You know what I mean? That's what you call an absolute true legend.
This guy obviously, earned his stripes. He's Tottenham's top goal scorer. I'm just kind of glad he's obviously at peace now, because I think he was in a bit of a bad way when he had strokes. He'd had things. Obviously, it's really sad, and today's just been I suppose a bit of a shit day, for Spurs, losing a legend like that. I mean, it just came out the blue, didn't it, this morning? It probably didn't help certain preparation. I'm not using it as an excuse, but he's such a big player at Tottenham, and when you lose a player like that, a big up to the Spurs fans who were going to hold a protest outside the club shop at 2:00 today. They did postpone it. I mean, they don't think it was the correct time for the morning of Jimmy Greaves. No. So I think, congratulations, a fair play to the lads there. I mean, we got loads of opportunities, to protest against this absolute shambolic of owners of ours. Let's get Napon on. Come on, he's been waiting. Napon, how's it going, my friend?
Obviously. First, I have to say, rest in peace to Jimmy Greaves, England and Tottenham legend. But
and Chelsea.
I don't know what happened in the second half. He wasn't with us long enough to be a legend, though.
But he played for Chelsea, though, isn't it? I mean, so
true. But I was rather scared in the first half, because we were all over the place, and you had quite a few decent chances as well.
As I said, mate, we literally, for the first 30 minutes, mate, of that game, literally, that's probably the best I've seen us play this season. Absolutely fantastic. We come flying out the blocks. He went for the correct lineup. I would have not played Lascelles, I would have played Brian Hill, but we went with it. We were fantastic. We just did not have the end product. I mean, if we had scored 1 or 2 quick goals against each other, it could have been a completely different game. But Chelsea, we let Chelsea go to half time, let Thomas Tuchel do his fantastic tactics, formation changes, bring on Kante. That just changed the second half.
And we usually are better in the second half. I don't know why Nuno never got that.
Yeah,
but yeah,
absolutely. I don't think Nuno done his homework correctly against Chelsea. I mean, for the second half, especially for the second half.
Final, like, honestly. But yeah, I really hope, for the sake of humanity and for the culture, I really hope you beat Arsenal next weekend. I mean, we can't have us, because they've gotten a bit too big for their boot, like by beating Burnley and Norwich City. Fantastic achievement.
This dude, he's great. Napon, we're going to bring Matt in, and Matt will ask you a question.
Yeah, hi Napon, you alright?
Yeah, go on.
I think my Chelsea player of the match was probably Thiago Silva. I think I think we tried to get Son on him, and I think he handled Son, I'd say reasonably well. I think for 36, he's great defender, adapted to the Premier League well, scored a goal today. I mean, what did you make of his performance, and do you think he deserved man of the match, or is there someone for you that stood out more?
I think Napon's frozen, Matt. It looks like on the screen if you look at it.
He's on the train, isn't he?
He's on the underground. So it's absolutely awful reception. We'll get Napon to come out, and he'll probably want to come back on in a minute. And we'll continue that question. That Matt was a good question to put to him as well, because he was, Matt. I have to admit, Thiago Silva was absolutely fantastic today. It was him who kept us at bay, Matt, in the first half.
Yeah,
he was fantastic.
I think that is the difference. They've got that experience.
They've got the quality in it. Experience. That, and Matt, you just knocked on the head there, mate. That's what they got, mate. People laughed at that. People laughed at when Thiago come. They thought, he's over the hill. He's too old. What a defender, mate. Seriously. And he looks after himself as well, Thiago. All these overseas players, mate, majority of them just look after themselves better than English players, unfortunately, Matt. This is the problem. That is the problem. Leicester and West Ham will struggle due to Europa League. And this is already showing Spurs need to capitalise and hope one of the top 4 slip up, maybe Man City.
The top 4 ain't happening. I've said that, but I'd be happy with 5th or 6th. I think we still could do that, but we're going to have to play. Well, we're going to have to start getting some wins first. But yeah.
Top 943 says Nuno is no different to any other manager at Sal's. At Spurs, yeah. Levy, the problem as always. Yeah, I'm not taking Levy. I'm not forgetting what this Levy output about. But if Nuno needs to be called out, we've got to criticise him. Doesn't matter if it's his first 4 or 5 games for the club, mate. He needs criticising if he's done something wrong. Not only Nuno, players as well. We always call out players as well. Do you know what I mean? So everyone needs calling out.
I do think he's been unlucky. I mean, he's had a lot of injuries. He had the idiots who went to South America. I mean, that just doesn't help, does it?
No.
I'm just hoping Spurs sort this international mess out. Especially, we've got another one in October. They can't go again.
But Matt, I've seen a lot of people as well tweet, can't wait for January. What can you wait for January? We're not doing fuck all in January. We are not. If you think Spurs are going to go out there and pull something out the hat, not a fucking chance. Not a chance. Not a chance. We've got Hi Beyond. How's it going, pal? Thank you for coming in. THFC says Levy is a main problem at the club. Nuno also gets his tactics wrong. Maverick had to give Nuno time because the Kane transfer saga would not help. Not surprised he does not know his best 11 and have a style of play without Kane so disruptive. Martha, as a going pal, don't take your chances against top teams, get punished. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll take that. Toxic headshot. Thanks for coming in, Morris. Tottenham has great fitness problems. That's why I believe we drop off. Really, what Premier League footballers who get paid serious amount of money should have fucking fitness problems? This seriously, absolutely. I can't believe I'm hearing things like this. Come Jan, we may be looking for a new manager. It could be before January. I'm telling you now. Daniel Levy, we know what his
Who
guy's
is
like.
there? Honestly, who is there?
Yeah, that is the truth. That is true.
Are we gonna wait another? Are we gonna have to wait another 80 days? Because we can't do that.
He may with thing Matt. Daniel Levy may fucking see this as that. I've got this fucking Conte deal wrong. Let's go back in for him. Well, I'm not saying Conte's going to come to this mess at the minute.
He's gonna have to pay him like 20
Daniel
million a
Levy,
year or something.
Daniel Levy will have to flipping pull things out the bag. Do you know what I mean?
He'll
Massive contract, big players.
He'll go back for Poch. I bet he goes back for Poch. Guarantee it.
It's going back again, Matt. There's fucking what's going to change under Poch? But it's because he's not going to spend the money. This is the problem. He ain't spending money. This is why I need to drive this guy out.
There's no point getting Conte, is there?
We've got Bobby. Bob Spur. I can't see it on screen.
I can see it now.
Yeah. How's it going, Bob?
Yeah, fucking great, mate.
Bob's another L. We're taking the L again, mate, and it's 3-0, 6 goals in 2 games, mate, against 2 London teams, Crystal Palace and now Chelsea at home. That's what hurts, Bob's at home. If you go say Stamford Bridge, you lose because we've lost heavy times at Stamford Bridge in the past. I mean, you'll probably say, all right, the way we're playing at the minute, but at home and the way we start the game, Bob's. The team. So, Bobs, let's go back to you, mate. What I said to Matt earlier. When you saw that starting lineup, what was your first reactions of that starting lineup?
Yeah, I thought good. You know, he's starting with a bit of an attacking intent. And to be fair, we played okay first half. The fact we only had one shot at goal worries me, but at least we showed a bit of attacking intent. But I mean, for the last, I'd say about 2 months, I've not mentioned this person. It's only last week I've started ranting about him. And I do believe maybe some of this toxicity that was within the club, plus the fact you guys were busy, probably made you think, you know what, I need to take a bit of a break. Tell me if I'm wrong or not, but, you know, it was getting too much, wasn't it? Especially since that ESL bit, there was so much shit happening within the club. We lost a lot of faith. And I wish I'd done what you guys did and just, you know what, take a few months out and get a bit of a headrest. But I've tread on eggshells for a couple of months. And I'm sorry, Matt, I know you want a bit of positivity, but you ain't going to get it from me. But it's not the players, it's not the manager, the lack of depth, the lack of quality, Kane not trying, Nuno not getting the tactics right, the players' mentality, because better quality players will reflect in a better mentality. The lack of fight is seeping, that mentality is seeping right from the fucking board. That's 11 Levies playing on the fucking field now. Every single, and you can't tell me when there's a player sat in that changing room, be it Kane, be it Ali, be it Højbjerg's only been there for a year and a bit, is looking around thinking, you know what, this team's going places. Don Paratici, even him, nothing against him, everything. And I'm not just pointing this or give that. Everything wrong with that club right now, with my club right now, is because of Levy. Yeah, there's only so much Nuno could. The reason why Nuno's there is because Conte isn't. The reason why Conte isn't there is because of Levy. Yeah, all very well going to Pochettino. Pochettino, when you got the likes of Neymar and Messi on the pitch as well as Mbappe, Levy comes knocking. You tell him to fuck off, mate. You tell him to fuck off. I don't want Pochettino back because at this time or moment, Pochettino is a king in my eyes. He's going to come back. He's going to ruin that legendary status under this so-called owner. Everything. I'm not looking at games now. I'm not looking at games. I'm not looking at results. I'm not looking at certain players. I'm not looking at Dele Alli. I'm not looking at Dembele. I'm not looking at Kane not tracking back. I'm not looking at if Romero's good enough. I'm not looking at Hill's probably being pushed in too early. No. The reason why Hill is being pushed in too early is because we haven't been able to build, not rebuild. We've never been able to build that fucking squad when we've had the chance. We were the second best team in Europe, guys. Second best team in Europe 3 years ago. Look at us now.
Yeah.
These 3-0 results are coming on a fast flow all season. And if it does, it's nothing to do with Nuno. I don't put the finger at Nuno. He might have got some questionable decisions with regards to tactics and selections and substitution. But that's not his fault because that's what his caliber is. If he doesn't get things right, it's because he is not Tottenham Hotspur worthy. But maybe right now, with the mentality that the club's got right now, and quite happy for mediocrity and finishing at 8th every season, then he's perfect. And if you don't like it, fucking do something about it. The only way you're going to do something about it is get that fucking scumbag out of the fucking club. Who's going to come in? Oh, if you get Levy, who's going to go? I don't give a shit. Fucking, I'll put Simon in charge. I'll put Matt in charge. I don't give a shit. At least I'll have a bit more fucking ambition. I don't care.
Dear,
I don't care.
If I had the money, Bob, I'll do it.
Out, man. It's nothing to do with the players. It's nothing to do with the manager. The reason why we're all here and we're happy to accept it is because of that little wanker who's supposedly the owner. Everything seeps. The club's mentality, the players' mentality, the fans' mentality seeps right from the top. And if the top haven't got any ambition, who the fuck are we to demand it?
Yeah. As I said, Bob, so correctly there, you can probably go back to where Pochettino, where he was close to win that league under Poch. And that's when it started, Bob, where he didn't invest. He didn't bring into that one or two players he wanted to go to win the league, did he? And he failed there. So this has been declining, Bob. And when Matt said there, bring back Poch, right? But I said, yeah. And as you said there, Bob, I've got nothing against Poch. But the thing is,
exactly.
if he wasn't backed in the first place, he's not going to back him now. This is the problem. You know what I mean?
Levy's not going to change. Levy and Enoch are not going to change. Nothing's going to change. We're going to be sitting here every week talking about 3-0, 4-0 defeats. Because you know what? The way we went from fucking going from Conte to Pochettino coming back to accepting Fonseca. We were there doing streams of Fonseca going, oh, this is what he is, to settling with Nuno. From Conte to Nuno.
Yeah.
80 days, like Matt's just mentioned. 80 days. Which fucking Premier League club who have been the second best, officially, papered over a lot of cracks, of course, but we were officially the second best team in Europe. Why the fuck are we waiting nearly 80 days for a manager to come in? We've got one of the best strikers in the world, in my eyes, the best striker in Europe. I know I'm putting his forward to one side, but for me, he is the best striker in Europe at the moment, in my eyes. Of course, I'm biased. Why the fuck is he wanting to leave the second best team in Europe 2 years ago? What have we got so wrong that our best player refuses to turn up for training because he's had enough of this club, who are the second best team in Europe?
Yeah, absolutely, Bob's. Matt, let's bring you in, Matt. On what Bob brings some really good facts there, Matt. Absolutely. Did you want to go over a couple of? I know you wanted some positivity, Matt, as well.
Yeah, sorry, Matt.
Bob
Sorry,
said,
Matt. I like a new T-shirt, Matt. I like a new T-shirt.
Oh, thanks, mate. There you go. It made me laugh. That's all I wanted. No, I mean, he brings up a really, amazing point. I love the passion. I don't think I've seen Bob Spur this angry, to be honest, for a while anyway. But I think you got it kind of spot on, Bob. Obviously, we had our time off. Obviously, we were busy with work, but it was kind of like it was such a long season last season, and then we were sort of like, well, we just want to have a switch off, and maybe it was quite enjoyable watching England obviously get as far as they could, but it was a bit of enjoyment. We could just sit back and and enjoy. But yeah, I don't think Nuno's like. He's not the best. I don't think obviously he's the worst, but I think he can only work with what he's got. And unfortunately, the squad depth, what can he do tactically to change?
I agree with you, Matt. But again, stand back, look at the bigger picture. Why have we got that lack of depth? Why have we got that quality? Again, no matter how you look at it, mate, it always comes down to one person and one owner. That's what it comes. I don't blame Nuno. Like I said, I'm not going to blame Nuno. I'm not even going to blame the players. I'm not going to blame Harry Kane. He's not being fed by class players. The reason we haven't got, and I'm sorry, and unrealistic as it is, a few extra £1 million here and there would have got a Bruno Fernandes, would have got a Grealish, would have got a Dybala in, would have got a Skriniar in. That's fact. That is fact. And you're telling me if those players wouldn't have made a difference to the club, not you, Matt, but there are people out there who do. I'll say bollocks. Of course it would. Not many things you can guarantee, but I guarantee you something would have been a better fucking team than what we were. And they might have not been around. But I'll tell you what, that mentality that we've got right now within the club, we have to. It's mentality within the squad. Within the squad, there are fans walking away from that game today saying, "Oh, another defeat. Hey ho." You know what? And that's what it's come to. That's what it's come to, man.
Bobs, we've stopped acting like a big club now, mate. I mean, I know we've not been like Premier League title winners and all that, but we were up there, Matt. Bobs, we didn't. We were up there with the top four, but
consistently.
But we've dropped off from acting like a big club now, mate. Just look at United. As you said, Bob, they went got that Bruno Fernandes. Look at he fucking absolutely changed them. You know what I mean? Scoring goals, okay, penalties where you want to do it, but he changed them. Yeah. Now they've got a guy called Cristiano Ronaldo. When everyone said this guy's washed up at the age of 36, right? This is called a big club acting like a big club. I mean, bringing big players back doesn't matter what age they are and making a fucking difference. And look what he's doing now. I mean, he's what 5 goals or something now in
we're not expecting. I mean, a lot of people turn around and say, "Oh, we're not Chelsea, we're not Man City, we're not." Believe it or not, we're not fucking stupid. We're not expecting money to be spent the way Chelsea do, or Man City do, or Man United do. But when we can bring a Sanchez in and break our transfer record, and a Lamela and break a transfer record, and an Dembele, I'll never sit here ever. I've never sat here and said, you know what, he was a waste of money, or he didn't work out, because that's all hindsight. We're all excited when a new player comes in. We just don't know if it's ever going to work out or not. But I'll tell you something. The likes of a Bruno, the likes of a Grealish, the likes of a Dybala would have worked out. And it's and it's factual that Hitchin fought tooth and nail to bring at least Skriniar and Bruno Fernandes and Dybala in. We all know, and it was just a case of millions that they didn't come in. It was down to millions. And like you say, the big club mentality. We probably wouldn't have broken the record with any of those. A Skriniar we would have got on 20 odd million. A Bruno was quite happy to come in for about 30 odd. A Grealish, fucking hell, under 20 million he would have come in. Yeah. Dybala, his wages would have been higher. There wasn't.
Diaz as well, Bob. Diaz was. He was.
There you go. There is nothing. It's not like we were going to spend Chelsea or Man City money on these players. I hate that argument. Oh, we're not a Chelsea, we're not a Man City. I know we're not. But believe it or not, the people who want Levy out and want a bit of ambition aren't fucking stupid. We know what's within our remit. And don't tell me we're skint, because we're fucking not.
But Bobs, I keep going on about these when these fans say, "Oh, you're absolutely deluded if you want oil money come into this club. It'll just ruin football with everything like that." But just go. I keep saying this. I keep banging these fucking drum, Bobs. Go and ask Chelsea fans. Go and ask City fans. Do they give a fucking toss about who owns their football club? As long as they flipping pick up Premier League, Champions League, FA Cups, and things like this, they don't give a toss where the money comes from. Why can't us as fans be entitled to that sort of thing instead of going every single season, Levy out, Levy out. It's getting tired now. It's getting tired. It's Levy out. Levy, because we know Levy's not going to change. We know Enid's not going to change.
Yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
the stat that alarmed me during the game today was, Tottenham are the last time they won a trophy, they actually beat Chelsea.
Yeah.
And ever
They won
since then,
13.
Chelsea have gone on to win 13 more trophies, which is like, that's just ridiculous, isn't it?
I don't know if Tony Blackwell in the comments is trying to diss us, but I agree with him. I agree with him 100. I don't know if you're obviously a rival fan because
he's a West Ham fan, Tony.
There you
West
go.
Ham fan.
And I agree with him. I agree with him, and it's purely down to the board. There's no longer a top 6. It's 4 clubs fight out of the top 4. Have to face it. You're currently a mediocre club. Just like the other down the road. Spot on, Tone. Spot on, buddy.
Tony comes in all the time. Tony Franks, he's always a regular in the thing. We always have a little banter with him about West Ham. But and that's the worrying, Bobs and Matt. That comment there, that's how flipping. We've gone right down the pecking order, isn't it? Absolutely. Even banter club, even West Ham fans are bantering us. This is absolutely embarrassing. The way we, as you said, where we was with Poch, we was literally we had one hand on that Premier League trophy. Just needed 2 more signings, and we're maybe, as you said, Bobs, hindsight's great. We don't know what will happen, but at least give that man a dipping chance. Give him what he wants. And that's where it failed, and that's where it's declined, mate. It's gone from that to that.
And even now, so we're building for the future. A Sarr, a Hill, Romero, not so much, but Emerson. With all due respect, Hill, I think, is going to turn out to be a good player. But he was a little boy against them men today. Yeah, he was like a little boy. He was like a little boy who had a little football at his foot. And the men came along and said, "Oh, that belongs to us. See you later." It's not his fault. It's not his fault.
The thing is with Hill, when he come on though, at least he fucking had a go. He flipping he turned. That's what me and Matt was saying. I don't know who he turned. Then flipping when Werner took him out. I mean, at least he was having a go. It was something different where the others didn't want to flipping care. I mean,
it shouldn't be on him. It shouldn't be on him, Si, should it?
No,
it shouldn't be on him.
But the thing is, me and Matt always goes on about this all the time about, we're building for the future. We're fucking tired of this flipping building for the future.
Build.
You know what I mean?
We need to
build, exactly.
What are we rebuilding? What are we rebuilding? We had nothing. When we had the chance to build, it was peak Poch. One player would have been good enough for us during that peak Poch time. Just someone to come in and steady the ship. Not fucking 3 windows or 2 windows without fucking a player coming in. That was a time to Fergie style. Bring someone in. But you know what? It will just refresh thingy. And those players might not have been there, but at least that was a time to integrate some quality, good players, not fucking just sit there and rest on our laurels. Because that was the peak. When that's the peak, that's the downward trend. But we had no one coming in to balance it out. We were like that. We had no one coming in there who could have matched those talents up there. We just left it. We left that bit. We just went like that. And we are going like that.
Yeah.
The mindset is completely fucking wrong. He got lucky with Poch. Because what Poch did, he didn't just made us more successful. He changed the culture. He changed the culture of that club. He changed the culture, the mindset of the fans.
He changed the way we played, Bob. He changed the way we played as well. I mean, everything.
A lot of people talk about the playing style side, and he did that. But you know what? What happened with that is our mentality changed. Our ambitions changed. Yeah. The players' ambition. Kane went to sign on a six-year fucking deal because of that. That thing. He didn't know Levy was going to sit there and do fuck all about it.
Yeah,
that was a time to build, not a fucking rebuild.
Yeah, absolutely. Matt, I know you only want to be on for the hour. If you want to jump off any time, mate, just all right.
Yeah, I've only got about 5 minutes anyway, mate. So.
Yeah, cool.
I've got enjoyed Bob's rant.
I got to watch the heart. I got to watch the heart.
You got to watch the ticket. Calm down, lad. But yeah, as I said, literally, I'm just getting tired, Bobs. The excuses, the same. And it's not just for this season, it's fucking been for the last 3 or 4 seasons, you know what I mean? Yeah. Same excuses all the fucking time. I mean, we need to wake up as a club, Bobs, because as you said there, we're like that, mate. And I tell you now, if we don't get a result next week, we have to somehow dig of a fucking result against Arsenal. We have to, mate. Put some pride put some pride back into this club just for the start of it.
I think it's quite funny. Obviously, Arsenal signed that Tommy Asu, and he turns out he's actually quite a good player. He looks pretty decent. Yeah, he looks pretty.
So again, with that, Matt, again, it's hindsight, isn't it? We don't know if he's going to be good or not. So I've never done that. You can point out any streamer. I would never sit there and say, "Oh, we should have bought him." Or we should,
of course.
Apart from the likes of quality players, Tommy Asu, there was always going to be an if and a but. But with the likes of guaranteed quality in Bruno Fernandes, in a Dybala, and a Skriniar, in a Grealish that obviously wasn't peak back then, but we knew what we were bring. It's completely different. Tommy Asu, I'll never sit there and say, "Oh, we should have bought him," because we just didn't know, did we? We couldn't sit there and say he was going to be that good, and we still don't know. And same with the Dembele, and say, I'll never sit and say, "Oh, what a waste of money that was," because we just don't know. I'll never do a hindsight because that holds it doesn't hold any clout for me.
Yeah.
But David Tutty in the comments just saying Man City and Chelsea purchaser again. You're bringing them up, mate. I'm not even talking about them. I'm not talking about spending their money, and I don't understand why you're bringing up that conversation. We're not talking about spending Man City and Chelsea money. The players I've mentioned wouldn't have broken our balance.
But Bob's, what I go back to what I said earlier when I was keep banging the drum about Arsenal, Chelsea fans, City fans who they don't care about who owns it. This is what I'm trying to say. Because Dave, I'm not saying you're entitled to your own opinion, pal. At the end of the day, but
Dave's wicked.
I would not care if we brought these trophies. We have the oil men who come in. I don't flipping care. You Arsenal Tottenham fan, they will not give two flipping news. As long as we see us flipping picking up a flipping trophy, because I can't see nothing under this Ravina at the minute. Absolutely nothing. We're on the road to nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. If we
win a trophy, does that keep Levy in more of a job? Because it kind of masks all the cracks. So I feel like maybe, I know it's hard, but not winning one and getting worse is probably the only way they're going to have to decide as a club, as it gets more and more toxic, that he's got to go. You look at someone like Newcastle at the moment. I don't want to compare to Newcastle, but obviously they hate their owners as well. And it's getting more and more, toxic. And eventually it will. Well, Mike Ashley is obviously looking to sell now. Hopefully it gets to the point where Levy actually goes, "Oh, it's time to go and it's time for me to sell." But obviously it's just whether whoever it is will stump up the, what is it, 2 billion they want or something like that. Or at least.
Matt, you know what? Last night on my stream, we had a wicked debate. I don't know if you saw it, but
I think I saw bits. Yeah, I need to watch some of it.
Who's the worst chairman, Mike Ashley or Daniel Levy? And there was people going, "Oh,
wow, mate.
It's close.
Wow.
We couldn't settle it. But you know what? Eugene came out today. Well, I sat with him on the stream, and he picked it. Obviously, he's had overnight to think about it. He goes, "Bobby, you had that debate yesterday." He goes, "I've got the perfect answer." He goes, "Levy's the worst. Levy's the worst chairman." I go, "Well, why do you say that?" He goes, "Because you know what? At least Mike Ashley never bullshits. He doesn't bullshit.
He doesn't
bullshit the fans.
No.
He basically goes, "Look, I'm not going to buy anyone. This is the way it is. I'm looking, and I want to sell the club. I can't wait to get out of it." He goes, "At least he's got that. He knows he's a shit chairman. He knows the fans are against him, but he doesn't try and bullshit his way out of it."
Yeah.
And he goes, "That's why I rate Mark Ashley." And I applauded him. I went, "Well done, mate. Spot on.
Yeah.
Spot on."
Yeah, absolutely. Seriously, I want to put Levy.
But I feel like it's getting to that stage where the longer he stays, I think we will be in a Newcastle type situation.
Yeah,
that's what it smells like at the moment. If it's going to get worse, and they may get a gem like a Maximan type player, and then it will.
But the thing is now, Matt,
fill up the cracks, and then they'll just keep going.
Yeah.
It seems like a never-ending cycle.
I think this is fair play thing with FIFA and all that. Now it's making it harder for these big owners to come in and buy these football clubs. So look at Newcastle situation at the minute. I mean, they were about to come in, these big Saudi Arabian guys, massive money.
Sure, even if Joe Lewis just comes out, I'm not saying he will, but even if he just says, "Levy, your time's done, mate. We're just going to get someone else new in who's going to run the club. Like, you're done. Like your time."
Yeah,
I know But I know he's got
Apart from
shares.
that-
That's the problem.
Before we head out, and Jonesy's saying, what do you think will happen if we lose to Arsenal?
They'll be level on points with us.
Nothing
I
will
think-
happen. He won't go if he loses to Arsenal. What's the point? Who is there? We're going to get Eddie Howe. Like,
But
this-
the thing is, you can say that, but I see it as a different thing. As if we lost today, the second half performance, the way we played, we could go lose to Arsenal. I can't see a way out of this. I really can't, because I can't see.
It becomes
It
a
comes a rut,
doesn't
and
it,
it- and
because we've got Wolves away as well in the cup. Remember,
Wolves on
we'll have-
Wednesday yet before Arsenal. You know what I mean? And
Well,
if we lose that and go lose to Arsenal,
I mean, what do we do?
I know
What do we
it's
do?
too
'Cause
early, Matt. I know we can try and say, Matt, it's too early. And
Yeah.
who's to come in? But you seriously got to start looking at Nuno and say, listen, results are not happening here. What's going on here? I mean, and I know Leavely won't pull the plug yet. I know, but he's got to start. But he's got to start looking. He's got to start asking questions. What's going on here?
look at the results. So Ferrero Rocher, we lost 1-0 away from home. Yeah.
Yep.
Then we beat Watford at home. Yeah. Then we beat Ferrero Rocher at home 3-1. So it's two wins in a row. So lost, win. Then Palace lost. Then what's it called? Away to Rennes, we drew. Today we lost. Wolves we could lose. Arsenal we could win just 2 out of 8 games, with 5 of them being losses.
Wow. True. That is true. Bob.
Hopefully, third time lucky for a North London for a derby anyway.
But the thing is, as I said, we haven't won since 2010 at Arsenal.
It's about time we
It's
bloody
not-
did, isn't it? It's about time we did.
I just don't think they've got it in them at the minute, Matt. I just can't see. I can't look at that squad at the minute. Okay, you can say right the way we played in the first 30 minutes. Yeah, if you can play that 90 minutes against Arsenal, I'll probably say we probably can get
We need
something
to
out of the
change, don't
game.
we?
Yeah,
We need to change it. I mean, I'm a big believer. Doherty isn't a bad player. His best isn't good enough for our football club. You know, unfortunately, Doherty's maximum ability isn't good enough for our club. And I'd say the same for Nuno. He's not a top 4, top 6 manager, probably. He hasn't got it within him when the things were going against us. As soon as Conte, I mean, I called Conte Ballon d'Or-esque on the Chelsea stream 2 days ago. I bigged him up so much. As soon as he came on, I'm like, here we go, it's going to change something. Everyone will go, oh, it's a defensive midfielder. No, not. He's one of the best midfielders in the world. And
Amazing.
that was the time to put Skip on. That was the time to put someone a bit more solid with a bit more legs in midfield. But Nuno hasn't got that within his ability, because his best is probably not good enough for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. That's not his fault. It's the people who employed him.
But me and Matt, we were saying earlier, when it was 2-0 down, we bring on Brian Hill and Gill and Skip. Why not just chuck Scarlett on instead of Skip and say, go up for the last 20 minutes, go up for Kane, and just go enjoy it. I mean, we've nothing to lose. We're 2-0 down. And this is what I'm just worried about flipping someone like Nuno. He's like a safety net. He doesn't want to concede no more goals. I mean, and this is what I'm trying to say. Let's have some fucking balls about you and try and at least get a goal back. And you never know, if you get 1 goal back in the last 10 minutes, you don't know. Things can change. The crowd can get on top of you. And
Spot on, mate.
I mean,
Spot
I think to be honest, I think he had. Well, I mean, the lineup today we're all happy with. I think he had balls
Yeah,
to do that.
absolutely.
So he's obviously got it in him. But whether he just thinks, I mean, if you bring a 17-year-old into that sort of game and you know is it going to make? No, I'm not saying make him a worse player, but is it going to scar him more playing with these type of bad deadwood players? Is it going to rub off on him? I mean, that's the scary thing.
Why haven't we got another striker option to bring on?
Why
haven't we replaced Vinicius?
How did Crystal Palace get Edouard 15 million? Like, he's not even playing for Palace. He's on the bench. You can't tell me he wouldn't go to Tottenham and sit on the bench.
That bullshit excuse, Matt. No one's going to come in to play second fiddle to Kane. Look at
stop
Kane now.
Yeah.
If we had a quality striker now, I guarantee you we'd be clamouring for him to start ahead of Kane. If Edouard was here now, we'd all be saying, you know what, Edouard deserves to start ahead of Kane. And only matter of time before he probably did. We could say to Kane, you know what, Kane, go away, mate. Go away for 2 weeks. because we've got a quality striker to replace you. Go away for 2 weeks, have a holiday, clear your mind. I know you've had an extended holiday anyway, but just take your mind off things. Feel what it's like to wear that badge again. You know, just remember what it feels like to put that
I just thought
that shirt on again. But
I
we've
just
got
thought
no
today-
fucking backup.
No, yeah, but I just thought today, especially with the Jimmy Greaves, I would have thought he would have got it. I would have thought maybe he's met the man, he knows what he's, go and put a performance on, try and drag this team over, try anyway. But he dropped deep and he sulked. He just sulked.
Matt,
he's not even holding the ball. He's not even
Why is he
holding
sulking?
the ball up. He's got to be professional. I know it hasn't gone to plan how it is. End of the day, he has to blame partly Man City because they offered us 75 million, which is pretty much a piss take. Let's be honest. He's at least worth 120.
We spoke about it, isn't it? He's not. He don't want to be at this club.
The reason why he's still here, the reason why he's still here, lads, is because it's not because of Levy's pulled it out of the bag or we've managed to keep him. It's because Man City didn't want him. That's the only reason he's here. It's because Man City didn't want him. Otherwise, he would have gone. He's not here because of Levy's hard work or Levy's managed to convince him or he's seen Paratishi's vision or the players we've got. You really think he's sat there and thought, Galini, a Hill, a Sarr who's going to be loaned back for us. Yes, we're going. That's it. I'm going to stay now. Of course not. He's with us because Man City didn't want him. Otherwise, he'd be long gone.
And Bob,
what are you thinking?
Go on, Matt.
What are you thinking if you're someone like Paratici? I mean, how long do you last? How long do you actually go? I'm staying at Spurs for, because he's not staying here 10 years like he did at Juventus, because he's going to get sick and tired of the mediocrity to it. Like, because it's what happened with who was our chief scout? Mitchell. That wasn't a fallout. It was a fallout with Levy, but it was like, I know where this club's going, and I'm going to a place where they're, it's like another Spurs, but they're going to show more ambition.
Yeah. What did he do at Leipzig? Yeah,
and Leipzig, you'd say they're a club
aggressive team,
still going places, they still, they sell their best players quite a lot, but they somehow get other players in.
That's it.
I just think now. I think Harry Kane's run out of options to go now, because next season Haaland will be a massive option for City, things like that.
What's he going to do then? Is he just going to
Beppe will become another option. But this is what the club's got to try and sort out, because I can't see him going anywhere.
Does he just need a goal? Does he just need a goal?
Probably. But you know what? We all sit here, and I've probably changed my tune with it. I haven't. I totally was against what he did in the summer. I thought he was a dickhead for doing what he did. But if we can be, disheartened and pissed off with how the board are working and the lack of ambition, constant ambition, as being Spurs fans, boyhood Spurs fans, how about boyhood Spurs player who's within it every single day, 24/7? He's got more of a right to be disillusioned, disheartened, and lose confidence with things. I know. He's got the right to. He has to, being a professional player, show commitment and everything. I know all that. But man, it's probably showing how fucking disillusioned he is, just as much as us. And I still stand by it. If he wants to go and win trophies, go. I don't mind him going. I totally go against the way he went. I don't want him to go to Man City. Of course I don't. But man, there's only so much you can blame on Kane. He's probably looking around thinking, this ain't my club anymore. This ain't my football club. This isn't the club.
He's looking at the fucking players. Look at the fucking talent I've got here.
Where have we gone?
Yeah.
Where have we gone? We were challenging we were starting off the season finishing, right, are we going to finish 4th, 3rd, 2nd or 1st? That's what we were doing. We were finishing season. We were starting season under Poch thinking, do you reckon we could finish above top 4 this season? That's what we were doing. Now we're trying to work out what's the lowest position we can qualify for the fucking Conference League.
I know. I just think we've got too many players as well who don't want the ball. It's just fucking. They receive the ball. They just want to give it away. There's no like give the ball, grab the game by the scruff. You know what I mean? Okay, today you can probably say Tungi. It was probably our best player, wasn't it? He tried, didn't it? He tried, but he ran out of steam. He's fitness levels again. Just
Well,
fucking lets the player down. Is
I think Son looked well. He gave us energy today, didn't he? Or he made a difference. I mean, something I'd seen. He actually stayed up front and made the runs.
but this is the
in
problem with
behind.
Matt, isn't it? Matt? We
His touch
keep
was a
relying on
bit
Son.
off. If he could have got his touch in, he would have been in on goal, and I'm pretty sure he would have slotted it. But I think it's just the way it's going at the moment.
But not-
Just another message to Dave Tutty, mate. Next time, if you do want to be someone else, I'm not going to say I know how I proved it, but if you want to be Bob Toxic next time, just choose a bigger picture, a different picture, because I know it's you, but I'm not going to go into it why. That's all I'm going to say, Dave. All right, so we'll leave it at that. I'm flattered. I'm flattered that you find my face so gorgeous that you want to be
Right.
my avatar, but don't
Wow.
do it again, mate. It's pretty sad.
Right, here we go. Dave, you've been told by
I have my
Bob.
ways. I have my
You're a
ways.
naughty, naughty boy.
MI5 Bob.
I know.
But as I
know,
said,
it's-
guys, I mean, we just look flat at the minute, innit? We just look flipping flat. I mean,
What do
we
do?
can't.
Like,
But
what
the
do
thing,
we do on Wednesday? Like, do we go for it? Do we not?
but
It's a cup.
the problem
It's a
is,
cup, isn't it? We need a win.
What-
We need to
but
get some goals.
yeah. But the thing is, what I'm trying to say, what happened from the first half to the second half?
I personally think they
But
just won't.
it can't be fitness issues. We're Premier League footballers. They should be lasting 90 minutes.
Yeah, but there's
So
been a
what-
fitness issue
what's
the last.
happening?
There's been a fitness issues the last 2 years. Jose didn't work on it, so that's a whole season without doing fitness. So
If
then just,
Romero, I think Romero come off. I think it was fitness issues.
it's
Why
cramp.
start him?
How the hell
Why-
has he got cramp?
Why start? I started Roden. I started Roden in.
Yeah, or Sanchez. You probably maybe should have gone Dyer and Sanchez because if
I
they
mean,
were both fit, then just keep it as that.
Lo Celso, I would not have started him. I wouldn't have picked him for the squad today. I put Brian Hill to start today over Lo Celso. Fucking Lo Celso, actually. This guy he winds me up, this guy. Do you know what I mean? So, but, Bob's, thanks for coming in, pal. Absolute
It's all right,
legend.
mate.
Absolute.
Bring
Do you know what? You're a legend of flipping YouTube. You're everywhere at the minute, lads. You know what I mean?
No, you're
Callum
mate,
Slowing,
I'll never forget. I'll never forget where I started my journey. Where my first ever appearance was. You know that. You know that. Always speak about you whenever I can and try and send you clip shots to prove it. But I'm always on about you guys. Always, every stream. Nearly.
It's good to have him back on. Actually, it is
Yeah.
good.
Sorry,
Bob,
I could come in with any positivity though.
No, well, yeah. You made me laugh. That's the main thing.
guys, it's just Bob. It's one for you here. Dave said it. Isn't that you, Bob Spur TV, and one of your
Parrot channels.
parrot channels? Nothing to do with me, mate. And we've got a question here from Tony. Says, "Simon, Matt, and Bob. Question for you: do you feel that Nuno can turn this situation round? How long do you give him? Is it like the club down the road with trust the process? What do you see?" Matt and Bob, you want to start with that one quickly before we go out?
No, I don't think Nuno's got it within him to turn it around. But again, no blame on himself. You know, he's made it quite obvious within certain games that he's not got the ability to change it, know how to change it, start a game. I mean, the Palace game, guys. You know, the Palace game. He put Tanganga in the middle. He gave Emerson his debut. He puts Winks in there, who's not played alongside a Højbjerg and a Skip. He put Dele out on the left, who's never played there before. That's 4 changes. He could have gone into that game by putting in Roden instead of Sanchez and Gill instead of Son. That's 2 changes from the regular 11 we've started in the previous set. The middle 3 would have still been the same in Højbjerg, Skip and Ali, Kane, Lucas and Gill. Tanganga stayed out on the right back where he's been absolutely brilliant. Roden, Dyer and Reguilon. That would have been just 2 minimum changes at Palace. Instead, he changed the formation, he changed personnel when he didn't have to. And that's a big question. Maybe he just doesn't have the ability. Maybe his best isn't good enough for Tottenham. But I don't blame him. It's not like he walked in, shot every fucking recruitment person down and demanded to sit there and took the job on his own accord. He was recruited by our board, our recruitment team. You can't blame him. And if he's not good enough, it's not because of him. It's because of the oversight by the club, and we have to deal with it.
Yeah, absolutely, Bobs. Matt, did you quickly just want to throw your two pennies worth on what the situation with Nuno?
Oh,
Can he turn it round? And how long do you give him?
it's a shit situation. I do like him. I just think he needs to. I think he needs to know his best 11. But I think that's hard with all the injuries, and I don't even know our best 11. So when everyone's fit, you got like Lo Celso and Ndombele, like that predicament, But whether it can last the season, and unless those two can play 90 minutes, it's hard. Go on, I think he can. I think he might. I don't think it'll be a massive turnaround, but I think we will. I don't know. We'll possibly go on some form of mini run, and then it'll probably come crashing back down. We'll lose against, I don't know, Brentford or someone like that, or a team like that where we're expected to go and try and win because we're Tottenham and we think we can beat anyone on our day. I think like Bob says, and we've just got to learn that we're not the club that we used to be, and I don't think we can go into any game now and go, oh, we have a right to. It's only Norwich, we'll beat them because we're Tottenham and we're that top 4 team. Because we're not, we're miles off it. I want him to turn it around because I think he's a nice bloke and I don't think he deserves, I don't think any manager that goes to Tottenham has deserved what they've got. They've all, most of them have failed, but there's been a few where you back them a little bit more and, it's probably a different outcome. That's my kind of situation on it. It's kind of like, should we have another 3 months off again, Si, and come back? I don't know, because it could get quite gloomy if we lose next week. Anyway,
I don't think Nuno is going to be a long term because he's only got a 2-year contract anyway. I thought that was weird when you bring him in. It was a 2 year. So you know in your head this is not a long term project with Nuno. I think it's a stop. I think it's a stopgap. Looking probably at what he can do. If he doesn't do well, let's fucking get rid of him. No, I think this is what's going to happen. I think if we don't get a result against Arsenal, and if we don't even beat Wolves, and we literally lose another a couple of games after that, I can see this guy being gone by Christmas. I really can.
What's our run looking like after Arsenal? Is it good? Is it not?
Do you know what, Matt? I couldn't tell you.
I'll tell you. We've got likes of West Ham, Man United, and hold on, I'll tell you exactly because it is a 6 game. It's like a 6 game thing. Yeah, hold on.
I know it's Newcastle. I'm pretty sure after Arsenal, it's Newcastle, isn't it? Newcastle away.
So we've got after Arsenal, we've got Villa, Newcastle away, West Ham away, Man United at home. Man United at home, Everton away, Leeds and Burnley away. So,
wow. And this is what I'm trying to say.
I'll just repeat that. Arsenal away, Villa at home, Newcastle away, West Ham away, United at home, Everton away, Leeds at home, Burnley away.
That's not an easy run, is it? Really not. Like, think about it. There's a lot of away games there as well. It doesn't seem like there's many home games.
No.
And this is what I'm trying to say. I can see the players getting another manager sacked there. I really, really can. I just can't see this turning around quickly. I'm going to stick to my thing. I think this guy will be gone by Christmas. I really do. I just don't. I can't see no end to this poor run.
Can I ask you a quick? Who do you want? If he goes, who is there? Because we're not getting Conte. I just don't think that's.
But Matt, that's the sort of manager. If we acted like a big club, that's the sort of manager we flipping need. I mean, for now. Like, I ain't saying for the future. For now, just to flipping get the club back on the map. I mean, back into the Champions League, winning trophies again. You know what I mean? Nuno's not the answer for that sort. So, I mean, probably a long-term project. You'd probably say Ian Nuno. And if the club come out and said, "Listen, guys, we've got Nuno. He's a long-term project," and we'll probably just said, "Okay," we've got to ride with it. We're not happy with it, but we'll ride with it. But they haven't come out and said that, have they?
You think it's a little stopgap until the market reopens when more managers will be.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just a stopgap, Matt. I've never known a manager to get 2 years. I think it's a bit of a strange one. So I don't think they've got 100% backing. Nuno has got the 100% backing of the board and of Paratici just for getting a 2-year contract.
Do you think that's why they've bought so many youngsters? Just to when the new proper manager comes in with like I don't know, someone they properly trust. Maybe he'll get that, those sort of players, and then he can integrate them in with quality. I don't know.
It's a mess.
Seriously,
I don't think there's no other words for it at the minute. We're in a mess. Seriously, and that's what Bob said, and you, Maxwell said it from top to bottom. It's an absolute fucking mess. And I don't. Do you know what? I don't think Daniel Levy and Paratici knows the answers to how to get us out of this situation.
Well, if they don't know the answers, then we are totally fucked.
Exactly, Bob. I can't see it, because if they knew the answers, they would have appointed Conte, gave him the money, gave him the players. Go on, win trophies for Tottenham. Then, and I mean, this is what I'm trying to say. I just don't think, and they're going cheap again, Nick, because Nuno was cheap. That's what it was. Cheap, Nuno. There you go. Stopgap. And I can't see it happening, mate. I think this guy will be gone. As what that run, what Bob ran out there. Seriously, after the performance, what we're seeing now, how many points we're getting from this? I don't know. It's a tough run. It's a tough run, but we're going to end it there. Because we can rant on all day about it.
Oh fucking!
Yeah, Bob's. Tell everyone where they can find your channel, mate. It's absolutely going crazy at the minute, mate. Everyone's loving it.
Yeah,
mate.
It was a weird one last night. I think Adam was there, and you were on the show.
Yeah, Adam's there. Adam's there. He's still here.
Did you watch the show? I'm sure he was there. It was.
He did. He said they big up the show earlier. He said big up for the show.
Man, it was the weirdest show I've done. If you get time to watch it. Watch it. Hotspur TV. I am doing the day after the day before show tomorrow. Don't know how that's going to go. I'm sure, because ideally I don't like swearing on a daytime stream, but I got Brian on. That's all I'm going to say. I got Dave.
Yeah, that's going to.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Then,
what a go.
Next Saturday, in the Wall special at 10:30 Saturday night, I have a Levy and Enoch special because I have a Levy supporter on.
Wow.
So I wouldn't say Levy supporter. He's not Levy he's not a Levy. I don't understand why everyone wants him out kind of person. So he's going to come on. He's ready for a debate and a constructive debate. And he'll be on my show next Saturday night at 10:30, and I can't wait for that. I'm supposed to. Being the host, I'm supposed to stay neutral. I don't know how many times I'll be able to bite my tongue, but it should be good. It should be good.
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, get over to Bob's and his channel, guys. Absolutely fantastic. Seriously, we've seen him gone from 20 subs. Now he's absolutely he's getting paid now. He's in the big game now. He's getting paid, this lad. Yeah. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, he puts it in, and fantastic. And he gets some good guys who come on the channel as well. He thinks about his content. I mean, don't just chuck it out there. I mean, one after the other. I mean, it's good content. I mean, he's throwing out there. So, Bob's, big up to yourself, pal. And,
big up to you too, man. You need to. If you guys watching ain't fucking subscribed, don't know what you do. You don't even deserve to be here. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you liked. Make sure you spread the word, man, because these two legends need to be up there amongst the elite.
Oh, dear, Jesus Christ. I don't know about elite, Bob. We just come here to chat shit, Bob. And if people want to listen to it, they can. Do you know what I mean? But it's about coming on here, Bob, and just airing your opinion, because everyone's got their own opinion, and that's what it is. Everyone's got their own opinion. And I totally respect everyone's got their own opinion. They're entitled to it. I mean, and this is what is good about it. Everyone's got listen to different opinions, which is brilliant. Because
to be fair, us three have never really disagreed with any opinion apart from Jose. When you think about it, we were both on opposite sides when it came to Mourinho, weren't we? But apart from that, we've pretty much agree with everything else.
But Bob's, before you come on, I said to Matt, what has changed since Jose's gone? What has changed? Because the actual style of play hasn't changed at all. And this is the worrying thing, Bobs. He hasn't come in as a new manager and with new ideas. It's just gone defensive football again, counter attack when we can, and I just don't. I don't see a style of play no more. I really don't. It's just chucking 11 players out there and just hope we can do something. But we gotta go. We gotta go because we'll be all right. Big up Tony, big up Dave, big up Joe Franklin as well. Big up Derek Hutchinson is always in the chat as well. Big up everyone.
Big up Adam. Big up Adam.
Big up Adam. Big up Napan, the Chelsea fan, because he's always showing. He's always on our show showing support. So, guys, we've been Premier Hotspur TV, guys. I've been Simon. This has been Matt, my co-host. Me and Matt was chatting on WhatsApp beforehand, and he said we're not going to agree this time. I said no chance we're going to agree.
To be honest, I thought it was going to be a bit more heated, but you put it all in context, I was angry at the time. To be fair, so kind of like we've got it all out. So
there's some fans out there just don't like. I mean, the truth, do they? They want to still think we are a big club still. Do you know what I mean? We got to say we're not a big club at the minute. You know what I mean? So, big up to everyone. So we're going to leave it there, guys. And so once more, before we get out, guys, get over to Bob. Get over to Bob's Spur TV. Smash the like over there, guys. Smash the subscribe. Bob's, are you close to 2,000? Is it? Are you getting there?
No, I'm on 114 at the moment. 138. Yeah.
Brilliant. Going away, mate. You're going up there, mate. You're going the right direction, matey. So, guys, big up yourselves, and me and Matt will see you. I don't know when we're gonna. We'll put something out, Matt. We'll discuss that in WhatsApp. So, guys, thanks for coming in, guys, and we'll leave you with this. Good night, guys, and leave you out. Remember that. Leave you out, guys.
Leave you out. Come on, you Spurs.
Yeah, come on, you Spurs.